Instead of suffering through the YouTube chat, click like and subscribe.
You ever met me?
That's true. Can you even take a deep breath as crooked as you are? I picture like your lungs are like one on top of each other instead of side by side right now.
It's very possible.
Liv Morgan is likely out for a while. Well, for sure she's out for a while. The question is how long? She suffered a dislocated shoulder. And, you know, Dave last night noted that she had had shoulder problems in the past, much like Randy Orton, actually. And the thing with a dislocated shoulder is that, you know, they relocate it, basically. And a lot of how bad things are depends on the severity of the dislocation. So if there's very little damage done, like if it goes out and they just pop the thing back in, which sometimes is the case with people that have had a lot of dislocations because everything's already loose, it can be just a short period of time you're able to do stuff again. If it's bad, we're talking months. And if it's bad enough to need surgery, we're talking many, many months, 6 to 8 months. So it was one of the deals. We've seen it before with Randy Orton. You know, one day he was getting ready for the RKO and he punched the mat and his shoulder went out of the socket. We saw it once with Sammy. You know, he was like, he pumped his fist or whatever and dislocated his shoulder.
During his debut entrance on Raw to wrestle John Cena.
That's right.
I think.
Yeah. So that sucked. And then, you know, we've got Liv Morgan here. She was wrestling Kyrie. And Kyrie, you know, they threw like one kick. And then Kyrie went underneath and literally she just did a takedown. And for those of you, I think most of you know this, but I've read the chat, so especially YouTube, some of you don't. It's not real, okay? So it wasn't an actual real takedown. They were pretending. But in doing so, you know, Liv just went to her stomach and dislocated her shoulder. And she rolled out of the ring, and you could see the ref ask, "Are you okay?" And she went, "Nope." They stopped the match. So, you know, Kyrie was like baffled. She had no idea what was going on. And they go to commercial. They come back. They help Liv to the back. And dislocated shoulder. So.
No, yeah, obviously not Kyrie's fault, but she's had a few matches that have been snake bitten now recently, right? With those injuries with Zoe Stark getting injured in her match, that three-way, and now this. But, you know, clearly not her fault.
No. And it's like, I don't know, man. I mean, we've seen a lot of injuries of late, and some of them, like, for example, when Dakota got concussed by Zoe Stark, actually. That's one of those things where you watch it, and it's like, how could she not have been concussed? Like, Zoe's going to go for a springboard drop kick at an opponent running full speed at her. I mean, you just looked at it, and it was like, oh, man, she's done for. And then there's this where, I mean, even knowing what happened, I watched it in slow motion over and over and over and over again. And it was like, how did that even happen? How? But it did. So all the best to Liv. She's going to be out for a while. Probably have to vacate the women's tag team titles, I'm sure.
Well, you know, they could. Well, she's going to have to vacate it. They could put Roxanne in.
I think that's actually what they're going to do.
Day. I think that's what they should do. I mean, what other option? Another tournament, a multi-team tournament. They just disband the titles and they go away.
Well, it's actually, honestly, like, I don't want to see anybody get hurt, but this is like one of those fortuitous things that actually in storyline and in booking, we already know that Liv hates Roxanne. Raquel hates Roxanne. Liv ends up getting hurt. Roxanne ends up now partnering with Raquel. So Raquel hates her partner. Liv hates who's partnering with Raquel. Then, of course, they have to, like, immediately lose the titles. And it has to be Roxanne's fault. So now, you know, Liv is even more infuriated. Raquel's even more infuriated. Finn's delighted. This is a weird storyline because Finn is, like, deliberately destroying his own group from within. So it's kind of weird. But all the best to her. Hey, if you love this clip, have I got a deal for you? WrestlingObserver.com. Do you have a commute? Do you work out at the gym? Do you like listening to audio on your headphones or your earbuds or whatever the kids use today? Well, WrestlingObserver.com will give you all the audio you'll ever need in your life. Over 15,000 audio shows. Every audio show that we have ever done, dating back to 2005, is available for subscribers at WrestlingObserver.com. Every time a new show comes out, you can podcast it directly to your phone. If you have a commute, as noted, if you go to the gym, if you like to lift weights and listen to Granny review soap operas, well, WrestlingObserver.com gets you full access to all of these shows and all of these archives. You can go back and listen to TNA reviews from 2010. You can go back and listen to reviews of every WWE pay-per-view, every big story that's ever happened in wrestling. You can get access to that at WrestlingObserver.com. Plus, full access to the Wrestling Observer newsletter every week. 40,000 words of news and information in pro wrestling. Why get all your scoops off Reddit, which aren't even accurate most of the time? Go right to the source, the Wrestling Observer newsletter. You also get Observer archives dating back to 1990. So check it out today. Thousands of issues of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, tens of thousands of hours of audio, all for $12.99 per month or as low as $9.99 if you sign up for a year. You'll never run out of audio if you subscribe to WrestlingObserver.com. So head up there, check it out today, and I'll talk to you again after a while.